Okay, now imagine that we do not know for how long this scenario will go on.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know the timeline. We don't know the intensity of the scenario.
Mhm.
We don't know the duration and the intensity. Just like in COVID. Take a fast, you can say flashback में जाओ जरा, हाँ. And अब बताओ. अब वो duration भी बढ़ गया और intensity भी बढ़ गई.
I would
How
say
was your
that
mental health back then?
it was
It
like,
was very scary. It was a very dark place. At that time, at that point, I was at a very dark place.
it was not only, yes,
Hmm. Hmm. So one thing I can add is
Someone
disturbed. It was
added,
disturbed.
someone said disturbed in the chat
Yeah.
as well. I agree with that.
Now one thing I can add is आप में से जिसका house environment secure था, congenial था, there is a good probability they might be enjoying it. But even then, they wanted to get out of it. They wanted it to end. Whereas those whose environment was overall, you can say toxic, if I may call it toxic, domestic violence hai, tension hai, not sitting together, taunting, mocking, there is uncertainty of what will go on. The intensity of psychopathology increased. There are many studies which were conducted in COVID which stated that the prevalence of mental health disorders, anxiety, depression, OCD, it amplified in that period. So if we live in a community or in a society where we are not feeling secure, where we feel agitated, where we do not know what will happen, there is a good probability the person might feel alienated, the person might feel agitated, the person might feel lonely, he would want to get out of there. Right?
I can see two more responses from our chat. One is saying, Khatija is saying that it was a very disturbing time, and Laiba is saying that everyone was really irritated at that time.
Yeah. So it had a significant impact on how we were emotionally feeling. So that's also one of the, you can say, one of the significant signs that what's going on around us has an impact on how we are feeling inside and how we might be responding back outside. Right? So just like you can say the home environment, the school environment, the community environment, just like these factors have a significant impact. Another very important but neglected area, I believe, is digital environment. You, me, in today's age and time, we all are on social media. We all have our Instagram, Snapchat, LinkedIn, Facebooks, Twitter. I don't know if there are any more platforms. Achha, now I have a question in order to make it more interactive and make it more reciprocal for you guys. How many time do you guys spend on social media and what do you guys do? क्या करते हो?
Mostly Insta, and I guess in a day it is like a really too much time. For example, 3 to 4 hours or more than that.
The last time I saw my time on screen, it was about 8.5 hours.
Oh wow, that's too much.
Yeah, that's a lot.
If anyone would like to add, how much time do you guys spend?
Oh, Khatija just said
TikTok,
that
3 hours.
3
Yeah,
hours.
sorry, I forgot WhatsApp and TikTok. Yeah, they are also very highly used apps. Okay.
Watching reels, yeah.
Watching
reels,
yeah.
said.
Okay. I also just happened to check my Instagram time because I believe that's one of the most frequently website apps that I visited. So it was 2 hours a day. And I think if I check the time for WhatsApp, it will be more than that. So all of us, consciously or unconsciously, I can bet spend a good amount of time on social media. And the quality of data that we are consuming, that has a significant impact. To make more sense, if I may quote, have you guys ever felt like, अच्छा यार इस दोस्त की लाइफ तो बड़ी अच्छी गुजर रही है, वाह यार ये ये कहाँ से कहाँ पहुंच गई है, इसकी इतनी अच्छी लाइफ है, मेरी लाइफ के मसले कब खत्म होंगे. So what happens is, you, me, all of us, at times, we post only good parts of our life on social media.
Hmm.
We
Right.
only share happy side of our life on social media. Lately, social media, also it depends on the algorithm of your mobile, that what kind of reels, what kind of content you're watching. But the content in the reels, if I may share some neurobiological basis behind it, it excretes dopamine in the brain, and we have the same feeling that we might have while chatting or meeting a good friend. So
Hmm.
if you all might relate and notice, we all somewhere now tend to use more social media, prefer using it more in comparison to doing any physical activity or socializing, meeting any friend, or doing any other activity, reading book, cooking food, gardening, such and such. Because neuropsychologically, the same response has been generated by the social media. Dopamine उसी amount का आएगा. ठीक है? So कहीं ना कहीं, we all somewhere, you can say, I won't call we are becoming lazy, but our goals are being affected. जो भी हमारे life goals हैं,
Big time.
somewhere, somewhere we are also comparing ourselves, feeling demotivated.
Yes.
Adding to that, there is significantly more amount of cyberbullying and
Hmm.
hacking going on in the recent 1 or 2 years. जब से AI आई है, it has
Yes.
amplified. And there are ample of researches, Nafisa, that prove that your social media usage impacts your anxiety, your sleep time, how you're feeling, your emotions. Because अगर आप continuously, हाँ,
I would like to add that nowadays the people who are always on social media or WhatsApp or these apps, they likely tend to subconsciously see at all times. Like if I'm missing out on anything, if I'm doing it right, I'm not. They like to tend to watch it at all times, and that increases the
हाँ,
anxiety to a next level.
I'll add a term here as well. Abhi recently, I was supervising a thesis, and we were looking through various topics. And one of my students mentioned, कि, okay, the significance of FOMO, a Gen Z term, fear of missing out,
Yeah.
and the social media usage. इसका क्या impact है? So I found out कि चूंकि FOMO बहुत ज्यादा है, जिसकी वजह से सोशल मीडिया बहुत यूजेज बहुत ज्यादा है, जिसकी वजह से मेंटल हेल्थ डिक्लाइन हो रही है, ये स्टडीज कहती हैं. I'm not saying that, study says that.
Khatija just said in the chat that she was hacked at least 3 times till now. Her phone.
Yeah, so
our
our own sense of security is also at the verge of, you can say, verge of being hacked, verge of being threatened, bullied, harassed, right? Because a
Yes.
lot of times we all might have a lot of sensitive nature of content in our chats, maybe in our social media, which we do not want to delete, not share it with anyone. But since that can be there in our chat, there is also high probability of any of us being blackmailed by some random alien hacker out there, अगर कोई sensitive nature का content है उस पे, जो आप नहीं किसी के साथ शेयर कर सकते. I think a lot of people can relate to it, because I see patients who do mention mind-boggling stories. So moving ahead, these were somewhat the environments that we create. Human element इनमें ज्यादा है, घर में, सोसाइटी में, स्कूल में, नेबरहुड में, डिजिटल environment में. Then there is another environment that humans, I think, we cannot control, which includes the climate, which includes the weather, and that also has a significant impact on our mental health and emotions. For instance, if you guys might have noticed or observed, a lot of people become depressed in winters. Depressed, sad. They wouldn't want to engage. They would want to stay in their uh, houses, stay in their rooms, not talk to anyone. And in summers, the prevalence of anger outbursts, fights, and even fear and anxiety, it also amplifies in बढ़ जाती है ये भी. So हमारा जो मौसम है इसका भी एक significant impact होता है हमारी mental health पे. And apart from that, apart from the weather, the natural disasters, the droughts, the in-proportionate amount of climate change, which has been happening recently, recently more in comparison to the previous decades, it also has a significant impact. And a lot of people have this anxiety called echo anxiety. अब क्या होगा? ग्लेशियर्स मेल्ट हो रहे हैं, ओजोन लेयर डिप्लीट हो रही है, हम किस तरफ जा रहे हैं, ड्राउट्स आ रहे हैं, फेमाइन्स आ रहे हैं, what will happen next? So there is a constant stress, a constant fear of where we are leading the mankind and what earth are we leaving for all our children or generations to come. So climate also has a significant impact, and that is a part of environment which we cannot directly control, Iman, but small changes or measures can have a significant impact. For instance, a lot of people recently have started home gardening. They have started growing their own vegetables. A lot of people have switched from plastic material to, you can say, wooden toothbrushes, these metal straws rather than plastic straws, using CFO-free products. So that these are some of the measures that we can take, which might not have a significant direct impact, but that reduces the anxiety that a person is going through. Okay, I am playing my part. मैं अपना रोल प्ले कर रहा हूँ. ठीक है? अच्छा जी, now somebody's mental health is struggling. I will talk generically and then we'll go to specific signs and symptoms. Okay, I would want you all to observe and monitor and maybe reflect as well. What happens is when we see that हमारे इर्द गिर्द कोई शख्स है, पहले वो इस तरह बिहेव नहीं था कर रहा, आजकल चिड़चिड़ा ज्यादा है, इरिटेटेड ज्यादा है, नींद अफेक्टेड है, बिहेवियर थोड़ा सा इनडिफरेंट और चेंज लग रहा है in comparison to how that individual generally is, how their personality is. By behavior, what I mean is few things that we can quickly notice: their sleep, their appetite, their overall mood, their socialization, how they are socializing and how they used to socialize. So when we say ना कि general signs और symptoms क्या होते हैं, आपको चेंज फील होगा, चेंज नजर आएगा ओवरऑल इंडिविजुअल के मूड में, उसके बिहेवियर में, उसकी नींद में, उसके खाने पीने में, उसकी इमोशनल लेवल में. सो अगर हम पिन पॉइंट सिम्टम्स ना भी कहें कि बर्नआउट के होंगे, सैड होगा, एंशियस होगा, बिकॉज एवरीबडी इज डिफरेंट. सम पीपल आर वेरी काम, यू कैन से दे आर इंटरनली इंट्रोवर्ट्स, और चूंकि वो इंट्रोवर्ट्स हैं तो वो इतना घुल मिल नहीं रहे, लेकिन मे बी ये इंट्रोवर्ट अगर घर वालों के साथ बैठ के खाना खाता था तो अब वो कमरे में लेके जा रहे हैं. ठीक है, तो आप लोग चेंजेस देखेंगे एक इंडिविजुअल के बिहेवियर में, और ये चेंजेस प्रेवलेंट है. ये चेंज इस वजह से नहीं है कि इंपॉर्टेंट असाइनमेंट करनी है इस वजह से वो कमरे में जा रहे, ये कांस्टेंट है, रोज हो रहा है, और इंटेंसिटी भी बढ़ रही है बिहेवियर की. ठीक है, इवन फॉर एन इंट्रोवर्ट. मे बी फॉर एन एक्सट्रोवर्ट बाहर उस तरह नहीं जा रहा है, या अगर जा रहा है तो आजकल हम देख रहे हैं कि इसका रोड रेज बढ़ा हुआ है, एंगर आउटबर्स्ट बढ़े हुए, घर आता है चिड़चिड़ा ज्यादा है,